Hi, I'm Lisa Blitzer.
And I'm Joel Blitzer. We're from Smithtown, New York. Lisa and I grew up about 3 miles from each other, although we didn't meet till college age. Raising our kids on Long Island, and we're true Long Islanders. We love Long Island.
Yeah, a lot of USY youth group at the Ronkonkoma Jewish Center and the North Shore Jewish Center, and later on at Temple Beth Shalom in Smithtown.
You know, couldn't stand going to Hebrew school when I was a kid, like a typical kid. Parents used to force me to go. So kind of ironic that it came full circle, and now I'm involved in a synagogue. And my kids are going to Hebrew school, bar mitzvah, and all that stuff. We actually weren't thinking about joining another synagogue at all. But we definitely wanted our daughter to go to Hebrew school and be bat mitzvah. So we always thought we would just hire her private tutor, do something on our own, maybe with some of her friends who had also left other synagogues. Then I met Rabbi Teldin one day in Ken Laffer's office. Told him I wasn't getting involved, wasn't joining a synagogue, and here we are a couple years later, and very happy we met. It's very important that us as parents show the kids that we're involved in a synagogue, so they'll continue going also.
Joel and I had gone to our first Chabad event, which was the first annual dinner 2 years ago, and I sat there in awe. I felt like I was a kid again, back in school, learning something new, and was just so inspired to be part of this group. I felt that I fit in my own way, my own personal way, because I feel my religion for me is very personal. I feel that I'm a spiritual person who practices my religion in my way, and was inspired to feel that my Jewish soul is a soul that is so important, as all of them are. And that was it. That was what made me feel the connection. Then went back and told some of my friends about that experience and how inspired I was. And ever since, they've all been with us, and that was important to me, to have my friends with me in my place of worship. Chabad is family to us. We feel like we're with family when we are at Chabad.
When everyone thinks of Chabad or Hasidic or Orthodox from not living that culture, you think it's a very closed environment, no one's going to talk to you, but Chabad is the complete opposite. Mm-hmm. Everyone that we have met that has been involved with Chabad and the Hasidic culture are just the nicest people. They want to talk to you, they want to learn about your culture, mm-hmm. They want to teach you, but it's not forced teaching. Everything's a story that you end up learning mm-hmm. something at the end of it. And you don't even realize you're learning something, but everything leads to a story. Whether it's a holiday, a Shabbat dinner, mm-hmm. a life event, the story makes it fun, interesting, and you actually learn something at the end of the day. That you can pass on to your children, and you remember it. Remember where you heard it from. Yes, you got us at Brooke's Onion Challah. That's
you had me at Challah.
Brooke's Onion Challah. That's what got us. I was fortunate enough to accompany the rabbi to the Kiddush dinner this year in Brooklyn. That's the international dinner for the Chabad rabbis, and it's 5,000 people in the room. And to just hear people at your table talk from Australia, from London, from China, it's just amazing that there's this Jewishness going on all over the world when you barely think it exists in your backyard, but it's really going on all over the world. Mm-hmm. And Chabad is really the organization that's encouraging that and bringing it out in the open for everybody. Lisa and I don't like our name up on the wall. We don't like our name in lights. We just like to do things for our own self-gratification, just so we know we did it. It's just important to do things to keep your religion going, keep your culture going, make sure there's a place for people to worship, make sure there's a place for your kids to go to hang out with other kids so they can talk about similar things. The kids out here don't go to school with a lot of other Jewish kids. They're lucky if there's one in the class. They're lucky if one's a teacher occasionally. But at least here we know on a Hebrew school day there's over 100 children in the building, all talking about the same stuff, all learning about the same holidays, the same items, all discussing what they do at home on Shabbat and with Hanukkah and with all the holidays, and the kids really enjoy coming here. My son especially, who was bar mitzvahed prior to us coming to Chabad, does not miss an event here. He comes to all the holidays. Mm-hmm. If the rabbi calls, he answers the phone. He doesn't answer for me or Lisa, but he'll answer the rabbi. And it's really important that they continue, so eventually when they get older, get married, go to college and all that kind of stuff, they continue to keep the tradition going.
As honorees tonight and going forward, as parents, we want our children to know how important it is to further their Jewish education, to keep learning and to keep, giving back to all that they have had so far, and just know that it's limitless what they can do in terms of growth and spirituality. There's so much more to learn.
It is very rare that a family gets involved in a congregation so quickly and has such an effect on the immediate congregation and the broader community as the Blitzers have done over the past few years. And in talking with my colleagues around the world, I bless all of them that they should have a family join their congregation as I've been blessed, and the entire Chabad Mid-Suffolk community has been blessed since the Blitzers have joined. So tonight is definitely a deserving honor and maybe a source of blessing for the Blitzers and the entire family. Mazel tov.